Somebody's on. Hey, Madden, how are you? How you doing? What's going on? This is going to be impossible to keep up with him. He's got the zoomies going. We're doing great, thanks. Hey, Cal, say hello to Madden. I haven't gone on the cruise yet, Madden. I don't go until the end of the month. Hey, TL Slots, how are you? How's your week going? Steve, two Florida dogs. How you doing today? My backyard's not quite like yours. I don't have the fruit trees growing, but it's a pretty good space for him to run around. Nice, Madden. Did you have a good trip? Oh, nice. That's awesome. Hey, Lorna, how are you? That sounds cool, Steve. That sounds tough, too. Hey, Cal, say hello to your YouTube fam. I saw that, TL. I'm definitely going to check that out. I think I saw JJ's community post about you going live, so we'll definitely check that out. Hey, Cal, what are you doing, bud? Hey, Cal, say hello. Hey, Cal. We'll give you Calvin luck. We'll make sure he touches the screen. Let me tell you, it seemed to work for JJ last week. Every time he touched the screen, Jenny was spinning red screens. It was pretty funny. So it's a nice day here today. It's about, I'm not even sure what time it is, maybe 6:30-ish on Wednesday. And it's a beautiful evening here in Rhode Island, so trying to take advantage of it. Hey, Kyle, what are you doing? You going to do some zoomies for us? Maybe you can do some zoomies? Yeah, it's pretty nice, Steve. Don't exactly have the temperature. Maybe at this time of night, high 70s, maybe around 80. Not a ton of humidity, and there's a nice breeze, which is great. And we got a blue sky going, which is nice. Yeah, exactly, Matt. And I can't keep him on the screen when he runs that fast. I'm literally like spinning around in circles. Oh, thanks, Lorna. Appreciate it. Yeah, I try to take good care of it. Hey, Kyle, what are you doing, bud? So, odd fact about Calvin, he will not, to the best of my knowledge, I've never seen him go to the bathroom in the yard. I always take him for walks anyways to do that, but he just like won't do it. It's crazy. Oh, it's hot there, TL in Indiana. Yeah, we've been pretty good with the humidity this summer so far. We've had a few days for sure. We haven't had a ton of rain. We did get a pretty big rainstorm one day over the weekend. I think it was, I can't even remember, Friday. It was overnight, and it scared the crap out of me. I mean, it literally woke me up out of my sleep. It was that loud. And that hardly ever happens, but It was one of those rare, loud thunderstorms that we got. I'm sure you get a lot of those being out in the Midwest. Calvin's chasing a moth, but it just flew away. Oh wow, that's crazy hot. Yeah. Hey Cal, can you come this way? Come here. There we go. Wow, Madden, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen 108 here. If I have, I don't recall it. Yeah, most of the time I'd say in Rhode Island, we probably, in the peak of summer, unless we get like a heat wave, it probably averages in like the low to mid 80s for a high. Hey Chris, how are you? Thanks for joining. Yeah, Texas is just really hot, Madden. I mean, I've been there a couple times and it's just like next level. Florida is the same way. I've been there a few times. But usually, like, I'll go to Florida when it's not in the summer, so it feels, really nice to have like 80, 90 degree weather when it's like, 30 and 40 back here. Hey, Cal, can you get out of there? Oh, yeah, thanks, Steve, for the reminder. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you can hit the like button, that would be awesome. Hey, Cal, come here. Cal, come on. Hey. Out of there. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. So Cal, I think, is doing the perimeter now. Cal, what are you doing, bud? So I had set up his pool last Friday. So it was the second time I did that this summer. And he actually went in it without me having to coax him to go in, which was pretty cool. So maybe one day this weekend I'll set it up for him again, and we'll maybe see if we can film another video. Oh, that's cool, Steve. Yeah, that's absolutely wild. For those of you who are on, Steve has a scuba diving channel, and it's really cool just to see the footage of him underwater, and it's just interesting. Let's put it that way. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Absolutely, Lorna. He's totally enjoying the roll around. Oh yeah, Madden, Hero, and Sweetie. Did you not keep them on leashes? That's one thing about Calvin. I just can't keep him off leash when we're not in the yard. I just unfortunately don't trust him. He gets very distracted by birds, squirrels, basically anything that moves. Hey, Cal, come here. So I just can't trust him to be off leash anywhere. Steve, feel free to drop the links if you want. Absolutely cool with that. Hey, Cal, come here, bud. Calvin. Thank you. Come here. Hey, Cal, come. So did everybody have a nice 4th of July? Yeah, I hear you, Chris. I just couldn't do it. My last Boston, I could trust him off leash more. He just wasn't one, like, I could just leave him floating around the yard, front yard, it wouldn't matter. He would just kind of stick to the property. But, Cal likes to play games. So, like, if I let him loose, he'll just start running around like crazy, including out in the street. So on the rare occasions where he's gotten loose, I have to, like, run towards the backyard to get him to chase me, and then close the gate behind me really quickly just to kind of, keep him entrapped. But, some dogs are like that. It's just, in fact, actually, you'll see up on my deck, I have a table with a chair blocking the front entrance just because I don't trust him. Oh, that's awesome, TL. That's nice that you could spend the weekend together. Yeah, it was a great weekend here. The weather was like just about perfect every day. We did get like, some cloudy weather on Saturday, but the weather forecast was better than predicted. So a lot of folks like canceled plans on Saturday because they were just worried about the weather. And we didn't really get much rain. We got, it was cloudy. It wasn't really sunny, but definitely didn't prohibit people from trying to do things outside if they wanted to. Sounds good, Steve. No, I appreciate it. Do what you got to do, of course. Yeah, we just figured we'd pop on live quick. I wanted to take Calvin outside, and I'm like, you know what? I've never done a live video with him outside in the yard. Every time I've done it, 2 or 3 other times, it's always been in the house, and thought this would be a little more fun. But yeah, no, it was a nice 4th for us. Weather was good. I think some of you saw I actually went on a boat on Sunday. A friend of mine has a 34-foot Sea Ray, and that's the extent of the description I can give you because I'm just not, big into boating. But it was just a perfect day out on the water. I actually vlogged the day out in the water, and I'm actually working on that video. But I'm not going to put that on Cal's channel. I'm just going to put that on like my human channel just for anybody who wants to see it. But I'm not quite done with it yet. So, oh, I see, Matt. Okay, I thought you meant like my cruise. I'm actually going on a real cruise at the end of this month. But yeah, no, Matting, I had a great time on the boat. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool to see fireworks at night from the boat. It's a different vantage point. I think I've done that once or twice before, but you kind of forget until you see it. And it was just really, really awesome. The weather was perfect. You don't get stuck in car traffic when it's over. We basically fired up the boat and went right back to the slip. So that was nice. And but yeah, no, it was fun. I love the 4th of July. It's just one of my favorite holidays. And I try to enjoy it. I'm pretty lucky. Calvin is not really afraid of fireworks. He'll kind of like look puzzled more so than be afraid of it. So I'm very, very, very happy about that because, it can get, really tough when you have a dog that's afraid of fireworks because you spend more time trying to calm them down. Lorna, I'm actually going to Bermuda. So I'm actually leaving out of New York City. And it goes straight to Bermuda. So it's a 7-day cruise. And I'm going with, some family and friends. There's about, I think, 8 of us going. So it should be a lot of fun. Oh, that's awesome, TL. Yeah, I kind of live at the bottom of a hill. If I actually were to go up the street that's attached to mine and parked my car there, I could see fireworks from Providence, but it's not really a great place to park. There's actually a church on that street that's at the top of the hill too. A lot of folks will park there and kind of watch them from a distance. What are you doing, Cal? You happy to be outside? Say hi. Say hi, YouTube fam. I don't blame you. Yeah, so TL, that's a lot of land. So I live in a suburb of Providence. It's probably about 48,000 people. It is technically a city, so most lots in the city, are not huge. I mean, some are definitely a lot bigger than my yard, but so it's kind of easy to maintain that way. But I actually got lazy this year. I actually hired somebody to take care of the yard this year. I was just getting tired of doing it, but normally I don't mind mowing the lawn. It's all the other stuff that I hate. Like I hate weeding, gardening, all that kind of stuff. New Guinea impatiens. Are you talking about these or the ones on the ground? Or these? These are begonias, that I know. And I didn't keep the tag that came with the flowers, but Madden, I'm sorry, I missed your comment. Only 4 away from 1K. 1,000 what? Watch hours? 1,000 subscribers? I don't know what you're talking about. I might have missed the earlier. On the hook, yeah, these look like some kind of impatience. I'll be honest, I saw them like, oh, those look pretty. Let me grab them and bring them home. I think the reason why I got them is because it said it does pretty well in the sun, and I get a lot of sun in the yard, so I think that's the why. This one looks a little better, I would say, but oh, Chris is only 4 away. Yeah, we got to get Chris to 1,000 subscribers. He's so close. For those of you who aren't familiar, Chris's channel is Pibbles and Bits. Maybe Steve has dropped the link already. If not, maybe he can put it up there. But check out his channel. He's got 2 staffies, Ruby and Chester. They're the cutest things. And Chris makes some really, really good videos. His editing skills are like top notch. And he actually gives a lot of good information, like, you know, how to make homemade dog treats, good toys to play with, good places, you know, to take the dog in his area. But yeah, no, it's an awesome channel. That's one thing I wish I was better at. I wish I was better at editing. Part of it is just, you know, it's not my background, but the other part is it takes a lot of time, and I just don't have it. Hey, Monica Eriksson from Sweden. How are you? It's got to be late there, Monica. What time is it there in Sweden? Hey, Cal, this is like the dirtiest part of the yard. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Welcome. Hey, Anthony Chihuahua, how are you? Sending the love back to you. It's raining in Colorado. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here today. Actually, we're blessed about that. 1:07 a.m., Monica. That's late. Thanks for being on so late. I know I would definitely be sleeping at that time. Lorna, I forget. Where do you come from, Lorna? I'm not sure if you told me that before. Hey, Cal, can you get out of there? Hey, Cal. Hey, Calvin. Hey, Calvin. Calvin. Okay, Lorna. I thought you were from the UK, but I just wasn't positive exactly where you were from. But that's awesome. That's what I love about this is the fact that, you know, I've met so many awesome people from all over the world. Never, ever thought that would have happened. Monica, sorry, I missed part of your comment. I think it said something about that you walked Harry. Did it say 5 kilometers? I'm sorry, if you can repeat the comment. Oh, my fire pit? Yeah, so Barbara, this thing is more for show. I can't tell you the last time I've ever lit this thing. Oh, no way, Lorna. Where in Rhode Island did your aunt live? Do you know? Hey, Cal, what are you doing? Cal. Hey, Calvin. Cal. Yep. Yep. Wow, that's a long walk, Monica. Yeah, Barbara, I'm not sure, like, what's interesting him on the other side of the fence, but there's nothing over there. Oh, wow, Madden. Why did he go to somebody else's house? Just because he felt like it? Newport's beautiful. I actually have a couple of videos, at least one that I know of. Actually, it's one video, but it's two parts of Newport that I did with Calvin. It's called the Cliff Walk video, and let me tell you, that's absolutely breathtaking. If you have a chance to check out that video, it's probably in the Parks and Trails playlist, if I had to guess, or maybe the Vlogs playlist. But it's just absolutely breathtaking to see the view from the Cliff Walk, to the ocean. I'm assuming the sound sounds okay. I know when I was on the boat, the internet connection was kind of cutting in and out, but hopefully this is pretty good. Oh, that's cool. Well, at least he's friendly, Madden, right? He hears people. He wants to go visit them. Okay, thanks about the sound. I appreciate it. Hey, Cal, what are you looking for? I don't have any toys out here. Do you want to go play with the ball? I'm gonna go grab a ball. See if he'll go play with it. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, now to find a ball. Bear with me 1 second. All right, here we go. Sorry, I missed a few comments while I was looking for the ball. If you guys can just repeat what you said. I don't have a phone to kind of look at the chat. All right, Cal, you got the ball now. You ready? You want to play? Ready? That's cool. That's cool, Madden. Yeah, Kyle likes people too. He would kind of probably do the same. If I kept him off leash, he'd probably go run to other people too. He wouldn't really. In some ways, he would make a good guard dog because he does bark. But then, once the people come in the house, he finds them as a new person to play with. You don't have a yard like this, Monica? What about at the local park? Do you have a park next to you that you can play with him at? Oh, I know. Like Barbara, that was Oreo, the blue-eyed Boston Terrier. Honestly, I think if she were here, I don't think Cal would go after the ball. I think he was almost like, not intimidated by her, but I just think he was more like, you know what, let her go after the ball. And oh, Lorna, my regular channel is just my name, Jeffrey Lemos. It's got my picture. Again, I only have like 2 videos up there. I don't necessarily post a lot there. It's just, figured I'd throw a few things up there and, let folks see. And I didn't think putting it on Calvin's channel was the right spot for it, but it's Jeffrey Lemos, JEFFREYLEMOS. Cal, you lost interest in the ball. That's what happens. I want to try one more time. Oh, I see, Monica. Yeah, it's tough then. You're going to have to just, I guess, walk him a lot so he can burn off the energy. But You know, I try to take Cal for walks too. Oh, that's nice, Madden. Thanks. Appreciate that. So, Cal, you have anything to say to anybody? Hey, Wigglebutts, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hope you had a nice 4th. Madden, you know what? I try to do what I can. Sometimes I wish I could do more. But you know what? Like I said, I mentioned in the other live, everybody here is so supportive, and you know we're here to help each other out. So I just think it's a great community, and I'm happy to be part of it. Oh, that's cool, Monica. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I probably should have spent more time training Cal to be more, I guess obedient is the word, but I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the fact that he has a personality, and you know, obviously if he does anything that's really bad, I'll correct that, but you know, I try not to get too uptight if he, you know, kind of wanders off and does his own thing, or you know, puts himself in a little bit of trouble. As long as, again, it's not hurting anybody, or you know, it's really egregious, I kind of let it go. And so far, I think it's worked pretty well. I'm not sure, Madden. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, TL. I appreciate it. I love your channel too. Honestly, it's just a blast. You know, I'm just a casual gambler. You know, I don't go to the casino often. But you know, when I do, I do the slots here and there. But I love blackjack. Blackjack's my game. And but you know, I definitely will play the slots. And you know, now when I go, you know, I can't help but think of the channels that I follow on YouTube. It's just fun to see, you know, you guys win when you do win, and you know, it's just awesome. What I love is, you know, the fact that, you know, you know, obviously, especially the lives, you don't know what's going to happen, just like the people watching, you know, whereas, you know, even though I don't really know what's going to happen with Calvin, I can kind of, you know, I can kind of predict things, or I can try to set things up, but in the slots, it's the luck of the roll. Cal, you're being lazy now. How come? Calvin, you're being lazy. So I look at it this way. This is a lot more fun than turning on the television and just, you know, wasting an evening. Monica, I forget, how old is Harry? Oh, it's a ton of work, TL, honestly. Again, I started Calvin's channel during the pandemic, and, you know, I did it because there wasn't really anywhere to go. And, you know, but it just is a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Hey, Wanda, how are you? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'm lucky to have Cal. Cal's a great companion. He's a good dog. I got him the day after Christmas in 2019. Oh, I totally agree, Wigglebutts, for sure. It's a lot of fun. I was just telling folks, I'm not sure if you were on yet, but, you know, I wish I could take Calvin more off leash to places, but I just can't. I just can't trust him. So, you know, obviously we try to do that in the yard. I missed the comment that scrolled by, Jennifer. I'm sorry. If you can either repost it. So Harry's 8. Okay. Yeah, Matt, I'm going to try to do this a little bit more. You know, I didn't really do it much before, obviously, but, you know, now that I've done it a few times, it's really a lot of fun. It's more fun than editing, I'll tell you that. Hi, Harry. How are you? Welcome. So for anybody new to the channel who might be on, this is Calvin. Calvin is going to be 3 years old in October. October 26th is his birthday. Totally agree, TL. I mean, for my job, I'm inside all day, so especially in the summer, I love to be outside. Oh, okay, Jennifer. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry I kind of butt in on your conversation, but thanks for repeating. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. Oh yeah, Madden, I remember that. Why? I wonder why YouTube took it down. I mean, it was a casual stream. I'm not sure. That's too bad that you can't do it for 90 days. Oh wow, Monica, that's awesome. They're a day apart. That's awesome, Jennifer. What kind of cat do you have, Jennifer? Where's everybody from? For some of the new folks that have joined, let us know where you're coming from. Oh, hey, Sue, how are you? Yeah, definitely. You would know, right? Being a fellow Rhode Islander. Florida, Texas, definitely hot down there. It's absolutely comfortable here this evening. It's just amazing. Harry, you're from Florida also. Wanda's from St. Louis. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I did get outside today around my lunch. I actually, we have a gym at work, so I used the gym and then I walked some laps in our parking lot, so that was good. Delzy, Barbara from St. Louis, Northern Indiana. Wow, that's cool. Hey, Monica, thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. Oh, Steve, you grew up outside of Springfield. That's cool. Texas, USA. Matt, and whereabouts in Texas do you live? That's kind of a big state. Like, do you live near Houston? Do you live near Dallas? Hey, Kimberly, how are you? In Atlanta, yes, I can imagine. Oh, Delaware, another small state. So Rhode Island, as most of you probably know, we're the smallest state in the country. We're only 48 miles long by about 36 miles wide. So if you take a nap on Route 95, you might miss the entire state when you wake up. But it is a beautiful place in a lot of areas. Like, we have a ton of coastline. Actually, for a very small state, we have over, I think it's 400 miles of coastline, which is crazy if you think about it. You know, a lot of history here, obviously being one of the original 13 states. So there's tons of that. We've got some, you know, good schools here. Food is really good here. Not New York City, but for a small state, we've got very good restaurants, a lot of culinary here. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Johnson and Wales University, but it's one of the top culinary universities in the country. So a lot of folks who go to school there, they'll stay here and open up. So TL, there was a ton of jewelry back in the day. I'm sure there is still some of that, but there's not as much as there used to be. But yeah, there's definitely still a manufacturing presence here. I think you can tag people in community posts, Madden. I think I was able to do that. You can try. Oh, Jess is from San Francisco. Awesome. I've never been to San Francisco. I have been to California a few times, and I've only been to Los Angeles and San Diego, and I absolutely love San Diego. Oh, that's cool, Tom. Laura makes jewelry. What kind of jewelry does she make? Brown University, it's an Ivy League school, Lorna. Yeah, it's top-notch, one of the best in the country. I live about 5 minutes from there. It's in the city of Providence on the east side. But, you know, it's like a hop, skip, and a jump for me to get there. It's in a really beautiful neighborhood. That section of Providence is fairly wealthy, with a lot of history there, historic homes, really nice, you know, curb appeal, the whole 9 yards. Actually, there's a few videos I've done on the Blackstone Boulevard, and that's sort of near Brown University. Okay, so a lot of metal stamping. Okay, that's cool. So Barbara, the folks that have a wrench, they're moderators, so they're able to like drop links. For example, they can, you know, monitor folks' chat to make sure that people aren't being inappropriate, and if they see inappropriate comments, they can delete them. So it's just helpful for me to have a moderator, because I can't film, talk, answer questions, and monitor the chat like that all at the same time. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never done that. Yeah, I've never done that, Tom. I've never driven the highway there. I've just visited, like I said, San Diego and LA. I loved San Diego, though. Like, if somebody told me I had to pick a place to live, that might be in serious contention as a place I would move to. Yeah, it's very handy, Barbara, seriously. Hey, Nick, how are you? Nick from Germany, how you doing? So thanks, everybody, for joining. I'm super happy to see everybody here. This is awesome. So yeah, for those who just joined, Cal and I thought we would just go live. Better than sitting in the house on a beautiful night watching TV, so figured we would come on board. So, okay, she lives in Northern California. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never done Oregon. I've never done the state of Washington, or like basically the Pacific Northwest. I would like to get there one day. But I've been to, you know, I've been to Vegas more times than I can count. I did go to the Grand Canyon a few years ago for the first time, and that was by far the best piece of land I've ever seen in my life. I wish I had a camera that could have done the pictures justice. They just couldn't, but it was amazing. Yeah, Lorna, San Diego's great. Like, the weather is just about as perfect as you can get. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. There's like no humidity. It's just awesome. Not cheap, though. It's very expensive to live there, and pretty much anywhere in California. Rhode Island's pretty expensive too. Most of the Northeast is, in comparison to some of the other New England states. We're not too big, not too bad, I should say. Oh, Cal made his way to the deck. Where you going? For November? Yeah, Nick, it is. It is expensive everywhere these days. Honestly, the price of gas and food right now, I just can't even get over it, to be honest with you. Northern New Mexico. Okay, yeah, I haven't been there either. There's a lot of places I'd like to get to. I would say the states outside of New England and New York, because those are too close, I won't count them. But outside of those areas, the states I've visited the most would be, in no particular order, I would say Florida, Nevada, Minnesota. I think those are the three states I visited the most. One of the places that I want to get to in the next, I don't know, I don't have a specific time frame, but I really want to get I want to get to Iceland one day. I just have to get there. The North Rim. I'm trying to think. Is that? I think I did this. Is it? No, not the. Yeah, I think it's the North Rim. I think it's. So what I did, Tom, is I actually stayed in a town called Williams, Arizona, and I took a train up to the Grand Canyon, and I'm fairly certain it was the North Rim, I believe. Or maybe it was the South Rim. It might have been the South Rim, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, Iceland is definitely not cheap, Nick, but the weird thing is, maybe not right now because flights are expensive, but at one point it was actually fairly inexpensive to get to Iceland from where I live. It's only a 4.5 hour flight. So I was seeing flights like as little as like $300-400 round trip. I'm sure that's not the case now, but I know once you get to Iceland, though, it's very, very pricey there. Hey, Cal, what are you doing, bud? Say hello. You've got 14 people on. Say hello. Say hello. But, I'm looking forward to my cruise at the end of the month, in the beginning of August, actually. So I'll be on it for my birthday, which will be a fun birthday present. He so did. He likes to roll around in the grass. It's kind of funny. I don't know if he's got like an itch or if it just feels good or what the story is, but he's going to do it again, I feel like. Virginia, yeah. So I have been to Virginia, Jennifer, but not like anywhere other than, I want to say it was like a surrounding suburb of DC, maybe Reston, if that rings a bell. But I haven't done any extensive travel in Virginia. But I know Virginia Beach is really nice, and I know there's some other coastal towns that are supposedly really nice as well. I've never really done North Carolina either, other than drive through it. I have been to South Carolina. I did a Myrtle Beach golf trip one time, which was a lot of fun. I have been to Atlanta. I was there for a work conference. It was very, very hot. I just came back from New Orleans in the middle of June for another work conference, and I really love it there. It's just got a ton of culture, history. The food is really good. It was really, really hot. I'm not going to lie. It was a little bit oppressive at times, but it was still a great place to visit. So I'm trying to think where else I've been. I think I've driven through like a lot of the Midwest. Like the first time I went to Minnesota, I actually went with a college friend who was from there. So right after our freshman year, as like a little summer vacation, we drove from our school in Providence, and we drove out to Minnesota. So we kind of, cut through a lot of the Midwestern states there, and I just remember a lot of like flat cornfields and a lot of miles with not a lot to see. Oh, that's cool, Tom. Yeah, New Hampshire and Maine. Have you ever been out this way? They're absolutely beautiful because they also have mountains, and it's just very, very picturesque there. I love visiting New Hampshire and Maine. Madden, I went to Texas. I think I went to Texas. Did I go more than once? I'm trying to think. I went to Texas this was at another job I was at. It was for training, actually, believe it or not. And I'll never forget and I don't know if you're familiar with this town, Matt. You might have to look it up on a map. I had never heard of it, but the training was in a town called Cleburne, Texas. And it was a dry town, which, Matt, and I know you're too young to probably understand that, but essentially they don't really serve alcohol at any of the establishments there. So, I didn't realize that. So I think, at dinner one time I tried to order a beer with my meal, and they kind of looked at me cross-eyed, but it's kind of funny. I think I had to like buy this like card or something like that, that like at very, very few like establishments in that town could serve, but you had to like buy, I forgot what it was. It was so long ago. It was just the weirdest thing to me. I had never heard of dry towns and counties before. That would never fly in Rhode Island. They need their tax revenue from alcohol sales. Hey, SJ, how are you? Welcome from the UK. Thanks for being here. So yeah, we're just live in my backyard on this nice day, nice evening. Oh wow, that's interesting. TL, yeah, I want to say when I was a kid, they didn't sell alcohol on Sundays in Rhode Island, but then I want to say by the time I turned 21, that had already changed. But yeah, no, we can buy alcohol any day of the week here. I never quite understood. I know there was all these weird blue laws, but they got rid of a lot of that. Yeah, Rhode Island's a pretty, I'm definitely not going to get into politics here. It's not my thing, but I'll just say we are kind of a liberal state. Like they, kind of anything goes. Let's put it that way for the most part. They just legalize recreational marijuana here as well. So from noon to 8. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure if we have reduced hours on Sunday. I don't think we do, but I don't go to the liquor store enough to really know. But I'm pretty sure they open normal hours, but not positive. Hey Cal, you gonna face me? Oh, you want to see more of my neighborhoods, SJ? Well, here's the backyard. It's a nice little backyard. People from the US mostly will know what this is. This is old, but it works fine, so I'm not replacing it. But it's the unit for the central air conditioning in the house. This is my deck. I kind of spent a lot of time out here in the summer. This is my drink that I poured that I haven't had yet. That's my car. And a couple neighbors' houses. I only have one tree in my yard. I used to have a couple of others. I had one in the backyard that was kind of like back there, but it was rotting and like gigantic limbs were like falling off of it. Particularly when it was stormy, I'd wake up the next day and I'd have gigantic limbs laying in the backyard. And I'm like, you know what? I better cut this down before the next one falls on the roof. But yeah, no, it's a nice little house. I like it. Thanks, SJ. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been here for a long time. I've actually lived here since 2003. So this bad boy's almost paid off, and that's what I like best about it. Yeah, it's a nice yard, Wigglebutts. Definitely. It's definitely spacious enough for him, and it's not overwhelming either. Oh wow, that is absolutely weird, Jennifer. That's just, wonder how they could even enforce that. So yeah, Rhode Island's got some quirky things. We have 2 official state drinks in the state that none of you have probably ever heard of because it's pretty local. But we have a lemonade. It's called Dell's Lemonade, and it's a frozen lemonade that started out in like a stand and trucks, and they basically sell it all over the place. They have multiple flavors now, but their two main staple flavors were lemon and watermelon. But it's really good. It's just like fresh lemonade. It doesn't have like that high, fructose corn syrup in it. And then another official state drink is, it's called coffee milk. It's interesting. Essentially what it is it's coffee syrup, and most people will pour it in like a regular glass of milk and mix it together, and it has like a coffee flavor. It's very, very sweet though. For some people it's a little too sweet for them, but it's good in moderation. Let's put it that way. Some people will actually put the syrup on ice cream, or they'll put it in other drinks. Oh, awesome. I hit 1,300. Thanks, Madden. Appreciate it. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm so happy. I never ever thought I'd have this many followers. When we started this in the pandemic, we just tried to have a little fun, put some smiles on people's faces, and then, one thing led to another, and now we're kind of hooked on it. We just got to work on getting more views, though. Like it's hard to penetrate certain audiences. Hey, Cal, can you get out of there? Come here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, bye, Nick. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's late in Germany. I really appreciate it. What are you eating, bud? Yeah, man, it's hard to get views, huh? We just got to keep working at it. One day it'll turn in our favor. Wow, Sarah, it's late there too, huh? 12:40. I appreciate you guys being on. You don't like coffee, Barbara? Yeah, coffee is an addiction of mine. Not necessarily coffee milk, because it's just too sweet. I don't put any like sugar in my coffee when I take it. I only put like a little bit of creamer. But yeah, I try to limit it though. I probably drink 2 to 3 cups per day. I think every state's got random laws, Madden. It's illegal to spit on a seagull in Virginia Beach. What about give it Alka-Seltzer? I'm just joking. I would never do that. But do you guys know what would happen if you gave a seagull Alka-Seltzer? Are these laws actually true? TL, is that really true? Men can't stand at in a bar? What if there are no more seats? What do you do? Yeah, Lorna, the rumor has it if you give a seagull Alka-Seltzer that, like, when I say explode, I'm sure they don't, like, explode like a bomb, but, like, I think, like it really explodes, like, their internal stomach. Yeah, it's cool. I would never do it, but that's the rumor on the street. We do have a lot of seagulls here, especially along the beach. That's crazy, Tom. Honestly, is that really true? Like, what do you do? So if there's no seats at a bar, do you have to leave? Is that kind of the thought process? Oh, that's funny, Dawn. Yeah, Calvin likes to do zoomies, although he hasn't done any since the very beginning of the video for the most part. Oh, that's a good point, Jennifer. You sit on the floor if needed. Yeah, that is definitely a crazy law, Tom. Honestly, I think 9 out of 10 people wouldn't believe it's true. So northern Indiana, what's like, are you close to like South Bend in that area? I'm assuming that's around northern Indiana, correct? Hey, Cal, you want to chase the ball? Calvin. Closer to the Michigan border. Okay. Yeah, interesting. All right, are you guys pulling my leg now with these weird laws, or are you just, are these actually really true? Okay, South Bend is 45 minutes east. So on my bucket list, Tom, is to watch a game at Notre Dame. I really want to get there at some point. Are you guys looking these up online, or are these laws that you just know off the top of your head? Okay, good. I feel better about that these aren't things that you just knew off the top of your head, but now you might know it for the rest of your life. So now you can just tell folks and impress them. Oh, okay, Madden, that's cool. So now when I'm done with this live, I'm going to go look strange laws of Rhode Island and see if I can top any of those. Oh, Sarah, Calvin's 2. He's going to be 3 October 26th, so he's still a young pup. Hey, Calvin, what's at the fence line that you're really interested in? Hey, Cal. Yeah, I don't think it's a rabbit, but I don't know what it is. TL, my birthday is August 1st, so in like 3.5 weeks, I have another trip complete around the sun. Okay, weird Rhode Island law. Throwing pickle juice on a trolley is an offense. I will make sure I don't do that. Oh, is it, Madden? That's cool. Yes, I am a Leo. So yeah, I will be on a cruise ship on my birthday, which I'm really looking forward to. And wow, we have gone for 60 minutes here. I didn't even realize this time flies when you're having fun. I am a Leo, TL, for sure. Wanda, Calvin's actually my second Boston. I had my first Boston. His name was Bruin. He was born in 2012. And sadly, he passed in April of 2019. He wasn't even 7 yet. He was close to 7. Fortunately, he just got sick. And, I tried everything I could to help him get better. But unfortunately, he just couldn't rally or recover. So, unfortunately, I had to help him cross the Rainbow Bridge back then. So I kind of went 9 months without a Boston, and then it was right around Halloween. I follow, the breeder that, I got Bruin from on Facebook, and saw that she had a litter. And when I saw Cal's picture and saw who the father was, I'm like, I have to have him. So I reached out to her right away, and she said, "Oh, my rule. I don't talk to anybody until the pups are 3 weeks old." And so once he turned 3 weeks old, I was like, right reaching out to her, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, Jeff." She's like, you'll be first on the list. So basically, I kind of had pick of the litter, but I wanted him really, really bad. When I saw him, I'm like, I have to have him. And his birth name was Hunter, and I changed it to Calvin, and there's a story behind that. So Calvin was actually Bruin's birth name when he was born. Thanks, Madden, I appreciate it. So Bruin, who I had, his birth name was Calvin, and she named that litter after the presidents and first ladies. So I changed Calvin to Bruin, but kept his middle name, and then essentially I named Calvin sort of as a homage to Bruin, since that was his birth name. And they are connected because they are half brothers. They have the same dad. Thanks, Wanda. I appreciate it. Yeah, I miss him. He was such a great dog. A lot of different personality. A few things that are the same, but they kind of had some different personalities. I would say Bruin was a little bit more athletic than Calvin. Like, he would play ball for days, and if I threw the ball up in the air, he would like jump up like 6-7 feet in the air and catch it. It was really cool to see. He loved to play tug of war. He was very, very strong. I used to joke that my dog was on steroids because he could like pull a rope like so hard, and it was like it would jolt your arm back and forth. It was crazy. Oh, look at your face. Say hi, Calvin. Look. Thanks, TL. Yeah, something I'll never forget. So yeah, we've done a couple of cool things. Whoa, I almost tripped. That's not good. We've done a couple of cool things. Calvin was featured on the Boston Terrier Society, which is, they have an online newsletter, but he also has a YouTube channel, and he's on every other social media platform. But we did a nice story on Calvin, and talked a little bit about how I got him, his upbringing, what he likes to do, and so that was really cool exposure. We did obviously the collaboration video with the Animal Cracker, who's got 175,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's an animal chiropractor, which was a lot of fun. I was able to film a product review video with Calvin. It was a WoPet automatic pet feeder. So they reached out and sent us a pet feeder, and asked if we would be willing to do like a product review. So we try to make that a little bit of fun, and we use it. Let me tell you, what I like best about it is the portion control settings that you can put on it. It's just, you set it exactly how much food you want to give them, and you're giving them the right amount every time. And, if there's ever a situation where I need to leave Calvin home alone for a little bit longer, I could, set the feeder to feed him while I'm gone. He might not eat it, but at least I know that if he was really hungry, he could have access to food. Thanks, Madden. Yeah, appreciate that. And I'm gonna see if I can get this. Can you guys see there's a little bird. This bird has been around for a while. Oh yeah, Jennifer, thanks. Yeah, that was a really cool experience. Also too, I benefited. I got a nice chiropractic adjustment too. Oh, that's awesome, Tom. Yeah, I grew up with a few dogs. We didn't have a ton when I was growing up, but we had a few here and there. I had 2 parakeets when I was, a young kid. And, when they both passed, I cried my heart out. Being a 10-year-old, you get attached to your pets. Thanks, Wanda. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying to work hard at it. trying to have some fun too. I try not to stress out about it. You know, really, if you look at it, I call these first world problems. So, you know, there's no need to stress out too much about it. I'm grateful for everybody who follows us and, you know, who we built a community with, because that's really what it's all about in the end. Right, Cal? Right? Hey, cutie. Say hey. Thank you for joining. Oh, wow. Calvin, you look so cute. Say, thanks everybody for joining my live. I really appreciate you being here. I had fish, like not a lot of fish, but I've had goldfish and betta fish, and I think I had one goldfish that lived almost 4 years, which is kind of unheard of for a goldfish, but that was pretty cool. Never had hamsters, never had guinea pigs. I think I tried rescuing a turtle from like a pond near my house, but that didn't last. Oh no, my pleasure, Lauren. I appreciate you guys can join. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, the streams are definitely a lot of fun, Matt, and I agree. It's just, it hits different. And the best part about this is I don't have to edit this. Oh, hey, Debs, how are you? So glad to see you here. How you doing? Hanging in there? Thanks, Till. Yes, it's so much fun. I'm really happy you could join. I know everybody's busy, and you know, especially those of you with YouTube channels, it's like a part-time job, and so I'm really, really grateful that you all could stop by and say hello. I'm glad to hear that, Deb. I know it's going to take some time. It's just never an easy thing, so my heart goes out to you. Good for you, Maddie. You know what? It's always awesome to have goals. You're young enough and you're starting out. You're getting a ton of experience. Even if, you know, your channel takes a different direction when you get older, this is all going to be invaluable to you. At your age, I would have never had the guts to do something like this at your age at all. So, you know, kudos to you. Oh, I know, Debs. Yeah, I was just as shocked too when I saw the video post. I just like couldn't believe it. Good night, SJ. Sarah Jane, thanks so much for stopping by. I know it's late in the UK. I really, really appreciate it. So who else in the chat? I know obviously some of you have Boston Terriers, but does anybody else? Some of you also have dogs, correct? Madden, you do a good job on film. You really do. You do a good job on camera. You'll only get better at it, honestly. You really will. Trust me, it's not my strength either. I try to improve every time, but, you know, sometimes you do better than others. And, you know, if it doesn't go as planned, you just, you know, dust yourself off and you try again the next time. That's how I look at it. Hey, Annette, how are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, of course, Madden, absolutely. Cal's like, why is this blocked? It's blocked because I can't trust you off leash. That's why. Glad you can make it, Annette. Anytime you can make it, that's great by my book. Appreciate you stopping by. I know it's late where you live, so it's awesome for you to be here. Yeah, I don't even know what time it is. It's obviously 71 minutes later than when I started, so that's the extent of it. For my East Coast peeps, what time is it? It's like about 8:30 maybe? 8 o'clock? No, it can't be 8:30 because the sun's still out. Maybe 8? Lorna, thanks so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Deb, yeah, it'd be awesome to meet. I'm not sure when I'm going to be in New York City next, but, you know, definitely if I get there, we can definitely try to plan a meetup. 7:01 Central, so it's 8 o'clock. 8:01. Okay, not too bad. 7 p.m. in St. Louis. Yeah, I want to say actual sunset here is probably just shy of 8:30 if I had to guess. Matt, and it doesn't matter about your age. You're very mature for your age, and we love having you here, so don't even worry about it. Good night, Lorna. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll just stay on for a few more minutes. I know it's been 72 minutes. It's been kind of a long live, but I'm having too much fun to end it. But I know, you know, I know it's kind of getting late. Oh, I know, Debs, honestly. I was really hoping that could happen. And I know we had talked about trying to make that happen this summer. So it's a bummer that it wouldn't happen. But it would still be nice to meet you in Jackson and see if we can plan something. Hey, Hawaii bound. Aloha from Hawaii. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Sorry, if somebody else is leaving and I missed that, I apologize. That's one thing I got to get better at. I need to make sure I pay closer attention to the chat. I'm sure, Devs. Yeah, I think Calvin would like it. Calvin, so if you guys saw the video I did with the other Boston Terrier meetup, sort of how you saw Calvin there is probably how he would be with most dogs. You know, he's interested, but, you know, doesn't mind kind of going off and doing his own thing also. Thank you, Dawn, for being here. I really appreciate you stopping by. Have a good evening. But yeah, he's really good around other dogs. Like, he'll like to play, but kind of do his own thing. But in the neighborhood, it's a little different. He's very protective of the neighborhood. So whenever we're walking, you know, around the block or whatever, and we come across other dogs, he tries to get a little aggressive. You know, nothing crazy. I think it's one of those things is once they kind of get together and, you know, sort of get to know each other, then he calms down. But he tries to sort of assert himself in the neighborhood a little bit, which I guess is kind of a good thing, right? He wants to protect his turf. Oh, that's great, Debs. Yeah, no, I'm sure I know how much he cared for Ruby, so it was great that he was there to support you. Thanks so much for being here, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Calvin, can you come out of there, please? Cal. Come here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, Matt. And it's always difficult to lose pets. They're family, so I can totally sympathize. Yeah, good night, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Yeah, CJ, kind of same thing with Calvin. I mean, obviously I control him, so it's nothing crazy, but like, you know, he's very like assertive in the neighborhood. It's weird. He's like two different dogs between the dog park when he's on neutral turf and when he's, you know, walking around in the neighborhood. It's just, It's just crazy. And I just got the low battery warning on my phone, so I guess I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty soon. But, Kyle, where do you want to go in, bud? Kyle, where do you want to go in? All right, let's see what he wants to do. What are you doing? Yeah, Calvin's done. I think so, Deb. He's probably like, all right, when are you going to turn this stupid camera off? I've had enough of this. You know what? In about 2 minutes, we'll go 2 more minutes. We'll go to 80 minutes. It's 77 minutes. We'll go 3 more minutes. CJ, what's your dog's channel? I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on what kind of content you want to make. I mean, for us, like, I try to feature Calvin as the center of attention, and we just do sort of whatever he wants to do. I wish he's not trained enough for me to, like, have him do all sorts of tricks on command. You know, so we just kind of film his everyday life. I try to capture some weird moments if I can get them. You know, we do a lot of walks together, playtime. You know, I try to get creative with, like, some of the, you know, the tools that are available on YouTube, or we have Instagram too. So some of the, you know, the filters and the stickers and all that. So, but I'm always open to video ideas too. So, yeah, drool and bubbles, exactly, Delzy. Those are definitely, you know, pretty much a common theme with him. Calvin, would you like a treat? Look at the tongue sticking out, everybody. Isn't that the cutest thing? Thanks, Sue. I appreciate it. All right, Cal, let's give you a treat. This is his little treat bowl. Yeah, Calvin is spoiled, Deb. There's no doubt. Okay, Calvin, you want to be a good boy? Can you sit? Good boy. Nice job. That was very good of you. Thanks, CJ. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, you can definitely link it, madam. I'm actually familiar with that channel. I get that feed all the time in my you know, on my YouTube, like, notifications. I'm not subscribed, but, like, they just come all the time, so I do watch it. Yeah, his golden retrievers, he just got a new puppy too. But they're super smart. Like, he's really good with training them. Like, I mean, way better than anything I've ever done with Calvin. Ruby and Rock, what's up? Thanks for being here. Oh, Debs, Jackson doesn't sit? No. Let's put it this way. I don't have a treat in my hand, so if I tell him to sit now, he probably won't. Calvin, sit. Can you sit? Calvin, sit. Sit. Oh, he did, but I don't have a treat. Let me get you a treat. He just shocked me, people. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Nice job. Hello, Ruby and Rock. Hey, Madden, can you do me a favor? Can you post a link to Ruby and Rock's channel, if you wouldn't mind, on the chat? Yeah, that is cool. The cool thing, too, is, Madden, not only does he teach them the taste command, but then he'll leave the room with, like, a hunk of steak sitting on a plate, and she won't touch it, which is, like, crazy to me. That would never work. Oh, no, Deb, yeah. Calvin doesn't do a heck of a lot. Like, he'll give me a high five, he'll sit, maybe give me his paw, but that's about it. Thanks, Madden, I appreciate it. All right, well, I didn't keep my word. We're at 80 minutes and 29 seconds, and I said I was going to stop at 80 minutes. I just don't know how much battery power I have left. I might find out the hard way. All right, Cal, I'm going to give you a special bone. All right, this one's going to take you a little bit longer. All right, so Cal really loves these. They're the Good Lovin' No Rawhide chicken flavored bones. Anytime, Ruby and Rock. We love your channel and definitely want to see people support them. Sorry for the poor camera, but I'm trying to open a treat bag. You can stare at the coffee while I'm doing that. All right, Cal, you want this? Good boy. So Cal's moving because, TL, what kind of coffee do I drink? Okay, so right now, that's probably my favorite Starbucks blend is the Cafe Verona. But my favorite coffee, believe it or not the decaf per se, but I love Pete's coffee, the house blend, the Major Dickinson. So yeah, that's my favorite coffees. Pete's, Starbucks. I like Dunkin' Donuts. I probably drink that regularly. I used to like flavored coffees, but I'm not into them anymore. I kind of like the dark roast coffee. That's sort of my jam. And Calvin keeps running away because he thinks I'm going to steal his treat, but I really don't want it. Oh, okay, yeah. I like espresso too, but I like this a little bit more. This is sort of my new thing. I never used to like bourbons, but this is probably my everyday go-to. But this right here, this is so good, like so good. Hey, Elena, did you just join the chat? Sorry, I missed the comment. Yeah, Matt, and my birthday's right around the corner. It is in like 3.5 weeks. TL, the Jefferson bourbon's so good. This one is the Jefferson Ocean. So it's aged at sea, and oh, it is so good. Like really, really good. I highly recommend it if you haven't tried that one. Jeff turning 21. Oh God, Ruby and Rock. Don't I wish? Actually, my all-time favorite, my number one drink is this is my craft beer fridge, which is not really super stocked, but it can be like full to the gill. But you know, this is I have a special fridge just for my craft beer. Sugarland Moonshine. I don't think I've had that. Birthday special? Well, Madden, actually, I'm going to be on a cruise ship, so I don't know how much posting I'm going to really do while I'm on the cruise, to be honest with you, because first of all, I'm going to be in another country, and I don't even know if I'll have Wi-Fi. I'm not buying the Wi-Fi package on the cruise ship, but I did get the free drink package. I have my priorities straight. So I don't know, Madden. We'll see. CJ, Calvin's birthday is not until October 26th, so he's got a few months. Oh, that's cool, TL. Yeah, I've never done that. Yeah, thanks, Madden. I appreciate it. I'm going to have a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, that's a good point, Barbara. I could possibly do that. Yeah, I can film some stuff on the ship, but probably wouldn't be able to post it until I get back. CJ, he'll be 3. Thanks, Elena. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it'll be fun. It's one stop. Actually, I lied. Actually, the person that was from Virginia, she just jumped off. But believe it or not, actually, they added a stop to the itinerary. We're stopping in Virginia Beach for one night, then going to Bermuda. We'll be on the island for 3 days, and then we head back to New York City, where it's leaving from. Oh, TL Slot. I'm a huge Boston Bruins fan. Like, that's my team. I was on Cloud 9 when they won the Stanley Cup back in 2011. It's the first time they had won it in my lifetime. Oh, that's cool, CJ. Yeah, so your dog's young also. What's your dog's name, CJ? Deb, he'll stay with my folks. My folks are, you know, kind of his like doggy daycare. I'm kind of lucky. They only live about a mile from me, so you know they willingly will take him, and he loves it there. They spoil him also, so it's a good deal for me. I'm pretty fortunate. Oh, that's awesome. I have never been to Bermuda. I've only been I've been to a few other Caribbean islands, but never there. Yeah, the Blackhawks. So they beat us in the Stanley Cup Finals, 2015, I believe, which was a tough pill to swallow. Matt, and sorry, I missed your comment. It disappeared before I could fully see it. Could you repeat that? Oh yeah, Matt, and that would be cool. Maybe one day we'll see. You know, I'm not sure if we're big enough yet for merch, but you know, I won't rule it out completely. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I've been to Aruba. I've been to Bahamas. I've been to Jamaica. My favorite island was of the last cruise I went on was Grand Cayman. That was absolutely beautiful. And then I also went to I want to say we went to Cozumel in Mexico. Of course, all of those stops are for like hours, so I wasn't there long, but it was definitely still good enough to get a taste of what it was like. But yeah, I absolutely loved Grand Cayman. It was beautiful. Has Calvin ever traveled? Well, yes and no. So yes, because I actually had to go pick him up in Memphis, Tennessee. So he traveled with me by plane to come home to Rhode Island where we live. And then really the only other place I've taken him, of any like distance would be New York City, which is about a 3.5 hour car ride from us. Yeah, CJ, he was in an airplane when I got him as a puppy, but that's the only time. I've only flown with him once. He was literally like 7 pounds when I got him. He fit in a little, carrier that goes underneath the seat in front of you. So that's the only time I've ever flown with him. So Tom, you'll appreciate this. So the cruise that I'm going on was actually a free cruise, courtesy of the casino near me. It's a Bally's property, but it's called Twin River Casino, and I hadn't been there in probably almost 2 years since COVID. And I think once things were starting to open up, they were just like trying to give free vacations away, and I had won one from them before, and I think they just put me on a list and said, "Hey, you want to go again?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not?" Yeah, very cool, right? I was like, this is awesome. And the cool thing is, like a lot of my, like a few of my family members and like friends, like also got it. So we're all going. It's just going to be a good time. Calvin, you're in your familiar position. Say, hey, everybody. Madden, I wouldn't say I have a subscriber goal. I would say I would love to hit 4,000 watch hours. That's going to be a challenge, though. We're not even close to that. The problem is, I mentioned it before. I don't make long enough videos, and the ones that are long, they don't have a high retention, unfortunately. So it's just difficult to um, get the watch hours. But exactly, Elena, I'll have no worries. But yeah, as far as goals, man, I would say that's a goal. But I'm not going to stress out over it. Boss E Boston. Yeah, Ruby, I wish. Ruby and Rock, I wish. I hope both of our channels can get 1 million subs, right? That would be really cool. If we each got 1 million subscribers, let's put it this way, I would be probably quitting my day job. I'm only kidding. The 7 jelly beans. Yeah, so for those, hey, Krubby, how are you? For those of you on Ruby and Rock's channel is awesome, and they're two Boston's Ruby and Rock just had a litter of 5 puppies about, oh, I don't know. How old are they now? 4 or 5 months old now, maybe? All right, Cal, you're giving me that stare. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? Hey, if anybody hasn't slapped that like button, do me a favor. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be very helpful. Elena, how did Sonny and Bear do with the fireworks? Were they scared of them? Look at that tongue. Look at that tongue. You're so damn cute, dude. You are so cute. Thanks for hitting the like button, people. I appreciate it. That's very helpful. All right, we're at 92 minutes. One time my dog blinked one eye at a time and I took a pic at the right moment. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Ruby and Rock. Yeah, CJ, that's awesome, right? Sometimes it's just, if you get it at the right time, it's just can be priceless. I'm sorry to hear that, Barbara. Yeah, I'm lucky. Calvin didn't really mind it. When they kind of went off, he sort of like did the like what's going on look, but then he kind of just said, whatever, no big deal. Yeah, sorry, Lee. Most dogs don't. I honestly just think I'm lucky. Bruin, my last Boston, didn't like them either. So it was, you always feel so bad, right? Because there's not much you can do. You try to like, do all the tricks, like turn the TV up, put music on, distract them, play with them. And they just, until it's done, they just can't calm down. Oh, that's good, CJ. So, yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky that your dog doesn't mind it because most don't. Yeah, Ruby and Rock, I saw your video today with your training Daisy. I don't think I had a chance to comment on it yet, but I will. It was pretty cute watching her sit. Cal, why the long face? Hello? Hello? Is somebody here? Who's here? Cal, somebody here? No? Hey, Hank from Rail Ventures. How are you? Thanks for joining. Yeah, maybe he's tired, CJ. I don't know. He's either that or sort of like maybe bored. One of the two. But yeah, it's obviously it's been 95 minutes. This has been a lot of fun, but at some point all good things have to come to an end, as they say. But yeah, no, this has been a lot of fun. I want to appreciate and thank everybody for coming on. Again, I didn't plan this, and I keep saying I'm going to plan it, but I never do. And sometimes it's more fun that way. Madden, yes, Cal sleeps with me all the time. I mean, it's a guarantee. No matter where I sleep, if I fall asleep on the couch, he'll sleep there. If when I go to bed, he'll go there. Thanks, Hank, Lillian, Oreo, and Missy. We hopefully we'll see you again sometime in Rhode Island. Yeah, thanks, TL. We really appreciate you joining. Ruby and Rock, I gave him quite a few treats. Yeah, my phone battery's coming to an end. All right, peeps. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I just got the final warning that my phone is about to die. So thanks so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate your support. Please let everyone know about our channel. We would really appreciate, you know, you telling folks about us. I think people would get a lot of joy watching this guy right here. And again, we're so grateful for everybody who spends any time with us. So have a good night, everybody. And we'll definitely see you guys soon. Take care. Say bye, Cal. Say bye-bye. Okay, bye, everyone. Good night.